you probably know that we sold almost everything we owned in the U.S. and bought our 46-foot sailboat Maverick in Guatemala. Since then, we've spent the last few years exploring and falling in love with that enchanting country. We also explored the stunningly beautiful neighboring country of Belize. After flying back to Louisiana, we've spent months preparing for the next sailing season. The plan is to sail our 4-person crew on our friend Jeff's catamaran from Mandeville, Louisiana, across Lake Pontchartrain, down the Mississippi River, and across the Gulf of Mexico. Our first stop will be Mexico, then Belize, and finally Guatemala, where our 46-foot monohull Maverick is waiting for us. After spending a few weeks in Guatemala, Shane and I will make the same trip in reverse, taking Maverick back to Louisiana before hurricane season starts.
We're still happy. Love you, girl.
Bye, Ash.
So this was it. After months of planning and prep, and many telling us that we were crazy for attempting to take a 37-foot catamaran across the Gulf, the adventure began. Step 1 of what we expected to be a 4 to 6 day passage to Mexico was the crossing of Lake Pontchartrain from Mandeville to New Orleans. Next, we would wind our way through the busy industrial waterways of the Mississippi River. This leg would take us through multiple locks and drawbridges and past countless tankers and cruise ships on our way to the Gulf of Mexico.
We've gone through the training, our Lake Pontchartrain. We've been trained. We're ready for the ocean now.
Yes.
It's big boys.
It's sporty out here.
A little sporty. Saying nothing.
I know. Wait till we hit the Gulf. Woo!
Smooth like butter. What is that right in the center? Duck?
It's a duck.
Just hit it.
Move, duck. Oh, really? Wow. Amanda's done this a few times. Hello, New Orleans. We're waiting to get through the lock. So 2 boats should be coming out, 2 tugs should be coming out very soon, and then it will be our turn. Are we clear? The light's still red. The water's going up in the lock.
Click on through to the other side. like a Billy Joel version of the Doors.
Right.
One thing I'm not known as a singer.
Oh Lord. Let's get out of this country quick. All right. Good job, Jeff. Hey. You're going to be on YouTube.
That looks like a nice place. That's right.
We need more beer. Captain says more beer. Arr.
We spent our last night in the U.S. in the small fishing community of Venice, Louisiana.
Good?
We're ready for the Gulf. Gentlemen,
Yes?
start your engines.
Aye, aye.
This is it. We are leaving the Mississippi River and entering the Gulf of Mexico. So exciting. This is crazy. Let's do this. Well, this is my first night passage, our first night passage. We're crossing the Gulf of Mexico. We left Louisiana earlier today, and initial thoughts are, without a couple of hiccups, it's absolutely amazing. It's eerily dark out here. We don't have a moon right now, so very, very dark, but we can see oil rigs out in the distance. The Gulf is just dotted with those. It's crazy. They're everywhere. And you can really see the stars. It's actually quite peaceful and beautiful. We have had a few technical problems. We're having autopilot issues. So I'll show you this little lever back here that you're looking at right now. That is the lever that engages the autopilot. Well, it keeps disengaging. I don't know if I'll catch it on video, but it slips down, disengages, and we have to quickly re-engage in order to stay on our course. So right now Shane and I are on watch together, and it's happened quite a few times. So we're gonna check in with a friend of ours who knows this stuff backwards and forwards, see if there's a way to troubleshoot that. Secondarily, you'll notice there's no depth reading. It seems like the depth gauge decided as soon as we set off today to just quit working. Yeah, never had a problem before in all of our outings on this boat. So that's also a mystery that we're gonna ask our friend about and see if there's anything we can do about that. Depth right now is not an issue. We're in the middle of the Gulf, but yeah, the depth on the fish finder works. That's right, but not here on the chart. So we'll see what we can figure out with that in the light of day. But depth is not an issue out here, of course. It's very deep, but as we get close to land, obviously we want to know the depth underneath our keels. So those are two things we're watching right now, two things that we're dealing with. But outside of that, it's pretty amazing. What do you think?
It's beautiful out here. Like, it's peaceful, it's nice, I really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're both kind of giddy. We have adrenaline right now. Jeff and Amanda are down below trying to catch some Z's. So right now we're doing our watch, and hopefully things go smoothly. We'll see. I'll keep updating.
Busy times on the ocean.
What are you looking at right now?
looking at a tanker that's 3 miles away, but I can't see any light. I do see his AIS, I do see him on radar, but I don't understand. It looks like a very clear night. There must be a haze or something that we can't see. It's going to pass 3.5 miles in front of us.
Okay.
So,
May not see him at all then.
may not even see him. I don't know.
Okay, day 4 in the Gulf of Mexico, and things have been running pretty smoothly. We've had a few hiccups, but I think we've just encountered our first big one. We have no autopilot. We're about 100 miles north of Mexico, maybe less at this point. Making our way to Holbox. We were headed to Isla Mujeres, but looks like we're going to go into Holbox, sailing in. Yeah, we're sailing into Holbox because trying to conserve fuel, we had to motor a lot more than we anticipated across the Gulf. So got some good sailing going on right now at 6.3 knots. Jeff is at that helm because we had to remove this helm. Because about an hour ago, the autopilot stopped working. Well, Shane has taken it apart, and it appears that on this brand new Raymarine autopilot, the belt broke. So, what we have now, here's the infamous belt. Brand new! So, our lounge area is now workshop. Shane is going to see what he can do to try to get that belt rigged back together. Jeff is keeping us on course to Holbox so we can get fuel. And we're just hoping and praying we can get this thing running so that we aren't hand steering the rest of the way. More to come.
You're in an autopilot. How about that? I'm going to put it together.
Join us next week to find out if Shane is able to fix the autopilot, or if we're faced with the exhausting prospect of hand steering all the way to Guatemala. Oh, and find out what else breaks in the middle of the night that takes us even further off course. Will we even make it to Mexico, let alone Guatemala? You'll have to come back to find out.